Hello everybody and welcome to my YouTube channel. So it has been announced that Anastasia Beverly Hills is releasing this palette, which is called the NORVINA Volume 1 palette. This is a 25 color palette. It has pressed pigments and it is full of really exciting shades. You have so many purples in here, you have blues, yellows, pinks. And I decided to create a look inspired by the specific shades from this palette. This is something that I do on my channel pretty often, you guys know this, but I love to literally take new makeup releases and sort of think about what I can pull from my own collection to create a similar look inspired by a certain release. And with this NORVINA palette release, I was so excited by it and I decided to literally just pick up a few shades from my collection and create a look that was in essence inspired by the beautiful shades in this palette. So if you want to see how I created this look and duped, I guess, some of the shades in this palette, then of course keep on watching. I want to start off by using this shade Vibes from the Color Drain Vivid Pigments palette, and I'm just going to add this to my outer corner. I believe this shade is very similar to the color B4. Something that's really convenient about this palette is that they are not necessarily naming the shades, they're just assigning the shades like a combination of letters and numbers, which I think is fantastic for this kind of video, because instead of like having to squint at my computer screen and try to read the shades when it's like almost impossible sometimes, I can just give you guys like a simple, simple letter and number, and we all go home happy. But I do think that now that I've started this, I believe I have already forgotten to do my brow bone highlights, and we have barely started this video. The color C2 is, in my opinion, quite similar to this shade right here. Of course, I think that C2 has a little bit more gold in it, but I think that it's like a fair dupe, and it's one that I have right now at my fingertips, so I might as well pop this into my brow bone. Oh, you can see my bra strap. It's scandalous. Anyway, I'm going to go back in with this brush and just really like give this color a little bit more intensity. I actually also want to sweep this color into my crease area as well, just for some kicks and giggles. I love purple, guys. I love purple. By the way, if you guys are new and you don't know this, I think that even if you guys have been subscribed for a while, you don't know this, because I actually haven't mentioned it in a while. But I actually do have a video on my channel full of purple makeup looks. Like, it's literally called Purple Eyeshadow Looks or something like that. Anyway, it's going to be on the playlist section on my channel, so if you want to see like all the purple looks I've ever done, and trust me, they add up, there's a playlist for that. So just giving you guys a friendly reminder in that respect. I think that honestly what I should do is I should do like a different playlist for every single color that I use. Like I should do a green playlist, a blue playlist, like a red playlist. I think that will be great fun, because I mean, obviously colorful makeup, it's all well and good, but sometimes I feel like you might be looking for something that's a little bit more specific, and I feel like I want to help you guys out with that. This palette has like a lot of really fun shades, so I want to try and utilize them in this look as much as possible. The color that is called E2, in my mind, looks very similar from the color Splash from the Color Drain Pressed Pigments palette. So I'm basically going to take this on a brush and I'm going to pack this right into the inner portion of my crease. I'm also gonna extend the color way out into my outer crease, so it sort of like merges in with that purple as well. And then I think that I want to go back in with, let's just use this brush, and I'm gonna dip it into some more purple, and I'm gonna again intensify that purple in my crease as well. now what's going to happen is I'm going to go right on ahead and use this pink color, which I think is a fantastic dupe, in my opinion, for the color A5. Granted, A5 I feel like has a little bit more, I would say, of a neon quality to it, and I feel like this is the closest I can get to finding like a dupe for that particular shade. I will say that something that I do like about this palette, and I will be talking more about this palette throughout the week. I'm planning on doing a redesign. I don't know when that will go up, probably tomorrow. And of course, I'll be talking about this palette in my Will I Buy It as well. But something that I do like, something that is a positive for me, is that they do like include a handful of neon-ish shades in here. I wouldn't call this a neon palette, and I don't think it's trying to be, but Norvina clearly did like decide to really like amp it up with a lot of these shades, and I absolutely love that. Okay, I want to bring some more purple back into the look, so I'm going to dip back into this purple shade that we were using earlier, and I'm gonna add it back into my outer corner. I'm going to skip around and go to my face now. I'm just going to use some of this sleek highlighting palette, and I believe that this is in the shade Solstice, or in the, it's in the shade Solstice. I actually did use this highlighting palette, I believe in yesterday's video, which was a collaboration that I did with Anya Stamper, and we basically were shopping our stash, and I picked up this palette when I was filming that video, and I absolutely loved the way it looked on the skin. So I'm just like really into this right now, and I feel like I've already used it in several videos since I filmed that collab video with Anya. So anyway, I really like this palette a lot. It's quite pretty, and it's really beaming, obviously. So now I'm going to go into this duo from ColourPop. This is part of their Alexis Ren and ColourPop collection that was discontinued ages ago. But, okay, I do think that I still want to use this up because it is a pretty good bronzer, in my opinion. I like the warmth that it gives, and it really just like, I mean, I feel like this hugs the face so well. I absolutely love it. Actually, I feel like I want to cover these two spots up, if I'm being honest. So I'll tell you what, I'm gonna finish up my bronzer, and I'm going to go back in and cover those blemishes up in a bit. Because, I mean, I thought I was gonna do like a no foundation makeup look today, and I mean, this is not pretty, so I kind of want to cover it up today. I'm going to use this foundation from Physicians Formula. This is their healthy foundation. I'm just going to take a dollop of that. I'm going to take a small, well, kind of small foundation brush. And I'm literally just going to apply it right on those blemishes. And use the same brush to slightly blend it out. And then I'm going to take a buffing brush and blend things out a bit. Usually, like, I would be super careful if I was applying foundation after I applied like highlight and bronzer, but since I don't really have the highlight and bronzer in this portion of the face, I feel like it's okay. So yeah, and just to be safe, I'm going to take my little bronzing brush, and I'm just going to blend things out in that region so I don't have any kind of harshness. So now what's going to happen is I'm going to go in, and I think I want to use a red. And see, the trouble is I don't think I have a red that's like as bright as that particular red that they have in that palette. Tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with a blue, and I'm basically going to take a rather stiff brush, and I'm going to dip it into one of the blues that I have. I think what I'll use is this color Neo Blue, which I think might be a good dupe for the color D4 in the palette. D4 does seem to have a little bit of like glitter in it, which I'm not a fan of, admittedly, but the thing is that the thing that I found with my experience with glittery eyeshadows is that oftentimes the glitter doesn't necessarily translate on the eyelids anyway, so I feel like this will be a similar effect. I'll just take this on like a rather stiff brush, and I'm literally going to apply this into my lower lash line. That's looking pretty decent so far. I kind of like it. I also am going to extend the color a little bit into the top lash line to sort of merge in with that wing shape that we have going on there. I do feel like I want to apply a little bit of a coppery liner into my lower lash line to really brighten up this eye look. Even though it's still bright, I kind of want to add something extra. This is the Physicians Formula eyeliner, and this is basically part of a set. They have like these sets of 3 twist-up liners, and this was part of the warm nude eyes set. So I'm just going to apply this into my waterline. And now to really finish up this eye look, I want to take a color that I think is a good dupe for the shade D1, and that is the shade Lemon Drop from the Color Drain Vivid Pigments palette. I'm just going to take this on a finger and just apply it. This is such like a really pretty golden shade, and I mean, I love yellow, so I'm very happy that NORVINA decided to add a yellow in this palette, because I feel like it's such a fun color, and I mean, I feel like it goes so well with a lot of the shades in the palette. I think I really want to have some fun with this, so I'm going to mix this yellow in with this yellow from the James Charles Pressed Pigments palette. So I first applied Lemon Drop, now I'm applying this yellow right on top to just honestly really intensify it and give it like a little bit more of a pop, because I feel like the Color Drain yellow, it has a lot more gold to it. Well, not a lot, but like a little bit. And the James Charles one has like that yellow pop that I really want. Alright, that completes this eye look so far. I'm now going to go and do my lashes and apply some mascara, and then I'll be right back. Okay, moving on to my lips, I'm gonna go and basically use this MAC lipstick, and this is in the shade Whirl. This is like a dark nude, I love it. And then right over the top, I'm going to be applying this lip gloss from Bare Minerals. This is called their Gen Nude Lip Gloss in the shade Everything. I just like to take my glosses on my finger, literally, and just pat them onto my lips. Guys, that is the end of this video. This is the finished look, inspired by the new NORVINA palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I mean, I feel like admittedly, I feel like I did a good job of meshing in all the different colors together to create this like sort of like just very colorful look. I absolutely love it, and I hope you guys do as well. But anyway, that is pretty much it for this video. I have to run, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I just want to say that this is like one of the first palettes from Anastasia Beverly Hills that I've been excited by in a long time, and that's a good thing, of course. I think it's so difficult to get inspired or to get excited about new makeup releases, for me anyway, and I'm very glad that Anastasia Beverly Hills, the company, is of course like delving into like this more colorful makeup zone, so I'm very excited about that. So thank you guys so much for your time today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and found it interesting, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye guys.